that's why money for me really impresses me. Because honestly, when I send a vulgar type of money, because 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, that's money I have. So 5
million Ozina.
Yes, that's money I have. I can make that from a gig. So that it has to be money that I think is crazy enough
to get you mad.
You know, the kind of money that can even change your family in one way. Embeda nechuka no chuka. Byonenti zineza bulijjo togenda kumpa amateeka ku milioni 1 milioni 2 milioni 3
ozina
zonzina.
But then most importantly, Faiza says abakazi nabo bayigo tuteeka mu ssente.
Yeah. Omusajja mwagale.
So that it is two way.
Gonza musindika ya sente eri abagalwabo mu nyaffe Uganda ng'okwisa enkola ya tap sendi enkola eno nnungi ate nga yeesigika. Kati genda mu simu yo odownloadinge app ya tap send TAP olwono nawe weeyunge ku mpeereza ennungi mu kusindikira abagalwabo. Kozesa promo code
Kasuku
nga toyawuddeemu. Abali mu UK ojja kufuna pound 10, Europe ojja kufuna euros 10, USA ojja kufuna dollars 10,
Canada
ojja kufuna dollars 10. Ate nga kino kisinzira mu nsi mw'obaoli. Kati gwe abadde atawaanyizibwa mu kusindika ensimbi eri abagalwabo. Okumanya ebisingako okufuna app ya tap send ebifudde byangu nga tukusindikira abagala baffe ensimbi mu bwangu ddala.
Yep, welcome to Kasuku Live today. And of course I'm with Faiza.
Yeah.
The beautiful Faiza. How are you doing?
I'm alright, thank you for hosting me. I think this is the first time we've actually hosted me.
This is the first time. We used to do doubles. With Brian around.
Yeah.
But now independently.
Yes,
this is the first time.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm not bad. How is life?
It's okay. It's not bad. It's the start of the year, so things are a bit slow, but moving.
Yeah. How is the committee?
Bali okay, Bali.
Yeah?
They're okay.
That chick, what's her name? Olivia. There's why I send her my messages. She never replies.
Really?
Cut yesterday, she sent me a message. There's a fan of yours this side. He's saying hi. The blue ticks for that period. What is she scared of?
It's okay. It's all right. Like I said, it's just the start of the year, so I'm going to be slow, but
are you also moving into YouTube?
I really want to, but sija balimba content no muzibu. I don't know how you do it, but having consistent content is very hard, and also working with people, especially it's very hard to manage people. I struggle a lot with that.
Okay, so today I want us to talk. Should we begin with your cakes? or your cakes can come after.
If they can
Or
come
what's
after.
okay cake is ziveyo abantu gabakatani kolaba. Faiza does baking.
Yeah.
What's your company called?
It's called the Cupcake Bar, but I also have a baking show on NTV. It's called NTV Sweet Treats. It airs every Friday at 7:30.
At 7:30.
Yeah.
So the Cupcake Bar is at home.
Yes, now that's my home business.
Oh.
Yeah, my company no have into winji, and of course baking is a passion of mine. So I have a home bakery where I bake on orders.
So those who want to place orders,
They reach out to me personally at Fabz, and they talk to me. And
at Fabz on Twitter.
On Twitter, Instagram, literally that's the same hand I use everywhere. So they reach out to me personally, they explain to me what type of cake they want, then we proceed from there.
So then you can give them the number and how to get in touch with you.
Yes, yeah.
Then the one payo munondi gum.
Then
Then we ate those were things. Then after I told Madam, I would know to Faiza. After she threw compliments, these things are nice, and then she was like. And I was like, hey, if I had said they are yours, they couldn't have been sweet. But
I try.
So how is council?
It's all right.
How is life? By the way, when you joined us here, that is like 2 years ago.
Yeah, almost 2 years ago.
You were like, I'm not in a relationship. What?
Yeah.
You were not in a relationship at the time. So council is like your first relationship.
I think ever since I joined
Here.
Yeah.
But you've been in previous relationships, right?
Yeah, they didn't work out, but yeah.
Like how many?
Maybe 2 or 3.
All your life?
Yes.
You've been like 2 or 3 relationships?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me first take this in.
Why?
So Faiza. Yeah, I'm shocked. Like
why? No,
man, girls are driving huge mileage.
No, but here's my thing. Like the whole thing has to have some sort of meaning to it. Like the smaga dating for just dating. Yeah. So.
So
I really need to like you. And the thing is, for me, I don't just date for fun, which is okay if other people do, but I don't date for fun because I'm getting attached. I think I'm totally serious. Then like my life becomes hard, my work becomes hard. No.
So 2 or 3 questions. One, you couldn't do like just a sex relationship. Where someone just comes, you're like besties, you're banging and you're going.
There's a guy that sometime back we were good friends and I really liked him and he wanted that sort of relationship. I did accept because the name money. I'm going to become attached to you. I start wanting like a proper relationship because I'll see with other people you be with me alone. Then before you know it, things fall apart. So I don't want to.
So you can't.
But we can have that serious.
So but then can you play like 2 men at a go?
No, I don't have the time and patience for that. Kampala, you're working and then you start dating 2 people. There are people who do it. I don't know how they manage. Also, in that you have to lie a lot. No kulimba or you can't be limba. No.
So how has it been like ever since you met your guy?
He's interesting.
This new love.
He's interesting. He's definitely very different from me. He's in a sector that I'm not very knowledgeable about or like not very conversant with. So, you know, go date is omuntu nga temuli mu sector yemu. Ndimona muli mu media.
Don't you think like people should date media?
Sometimes because now for us we always think that media now because because she understands that maybe your work comprises of sometimes coming home late, maybe at an event you're working. Sometimes it works like that. But then also when you meet people from a different world, it helps to broaden your perspective. You meet people from different walks of life. Yeah, when like if you ever make a family with that person, they can tap into different people.
different areas. Oh, so for you feel now that's what ticks.
Yeah, no.
You guys.
No, we gel very well. Like I would just say we gel very well. We get along very well, and yeah.
Okay, that's nice to hear. Now, there has been a crusade on social media that I saw you jumped onto. For some time, like I knew you as a humble girl. Of course, until you fell in love. You know, when you fell in love, so many things happen.
Yes.
You used to put on very long things. You used to be so conservative about yourself. You never used to have such long nails. Then all of a sudden, long nails are the issue for you.
Yeah.
You just do this. They say you even let your hair down.
Yeah.
Because now you're tinting.
Yes.
This one guy's like, did she get gray hair or something like that?
I didn't buy hair, but it's still working.
Yeah. So then, of course, even life, the things like we were out, things you never used to say so much. Then the topic about money came in.
Yeah.
And the way you were engulfed in it, Faiza was like, wow, do you love money this much?
I think it's largely about how we view money. When that conversation came up, some of my friends came to my DM and were like, we don't approve of what you're saying, like to understand you with what you're saying. But I want us to look at money differently in a relationship. You need to stop looking at money in its raw form. When you start looking at money in its raw form, that's when you start diminishing people's value down to money. What do
you mean by money in its raw form?
So looking at it in the way in which you work for it, this is how much money I have in my account. Money is used to facilitate experiences, is used to facilitate memories. If you have a woman, say, who you know maybe, like me or Mani, she loves her career so much. And maybe you've been hearing us say that, I need some new equipment to shoot my work. People who sell equipment, and I buy her maybe a tripod. Maybe the tripod is like 500,000. It's a lot of money, but you're looking at the value of it, like how it's going to help her work. So you facilitate that memory, like that experience. He cares about me. He cares about the things that I care about, and he wants to help me. So don't look at it in its raw form. Look at it in how you invest in someone.
The point of discussion, Faiza, was this lady said you go out on a date and you pay, someone gives you 50K, and you were saying, hell no. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So how is money in its raw form related to that discussion there?
You guys, you want to go on a date and you want to be given money. Back then, by the way, ngachali campus, I won't lie, I was also in that category.
And now again, dating.
Yes, in campus. Not that I wanted intentionally, because the nice have manida. But I would go out on dates, and the man himself would offer to give me money. Yeah, and I remember there's a time I went out with a guy in campus. He took me out and my friends on a date. Because in campus, campus girls to amanyina nyo gena ku dates na nemikwano jafe togenda wekase kwatakuwa ne mukwano go ne mugenda. We got together, we party. He took us out to a club, we party and what. So at the end of the night, as dropping each one of us off, the number 500,000 or inamwa 300,000 mukwano gwange. Yeah.
Faiza, guy threw you 500K. And she gets like on 50K. It's a joke.
No, because in campus, I was already working in the media. 9 times for call media. So those men who bagala media personalities, of course they carry the perception that banabala very expensive. So to so more absent butini wachi. So when he took us out, not was send atabaga ku impressing because yakaku meeting
the first time,
abaga ku impressing. So he gave me 500,000. Even I was shocked, but of course I didn't express it, but I was shocked.
Yes. How many were you?
It was me and one female friend of mine. And for her, we both worked as well together, but she was also in campus at UCU. So he gives us 300,000 and I'm 500,000. And of course, occasionally in the period of knowing us, he would send me money like, this is upkeep, like 200,000, this is just upkeep for you. What girls now call glowing allowance. Those
glowing
things. Yeah.
Linda, there is glowing allowance.
Yeah, what are your glowing allowance?
Like saying to just to look good.
Yeah, nagamba we bali kunyuma kunyirira na kweleza kusente. But you didn't know.
I'm behind curtains. What? There is glowing allowance.
Glowing.
Not growing. Glowing. Okulabika obulungi.
Yes. Nagamba we bali kunyirira. nakwa
ng'otudde
yes webale kunyirira nakwa ku sente just randomly otudde
so they could send you 200k glowing allowance.
Yes, he did
the guy eat?
No. Unfortunately he did.
Okay, Faiza, let's let's do rocha.
No, like let me tell you, in campus I was so naive. Nalisimani me I know where I come from, the background where I come from. Every video mbutu dating omuntu nakwane sente. So, ebintu byali bipya nnyo kunze. And like most campuses sija balimba. The moment you started asking her, I disappear from your life. But if there's one thing that I can accurately say in all the relationships I've been in, I don't ask people for money. Like I don't ask you mbukukumpedeza sente. Mboba, if we date, I expect you to be giving me this money. If a man does, like if he gives you money, that is very nice. In fact, many women like it. Many women like it when we offer or when we give money. Like omusajja neba munagamba, honey, kwata kuzino sente
bera muko
like when council bandetera bwerandetera noodles na mpako ne sente za mafuta sisemusabi it's so nice. It shows that someone cares for you, cares for your safety, cares for your life. Like that's
for your safety. How?
No, like if somebody gives you money for fuel, you know that maybe they are making sure that you have fuel in your car. Emotoka tegenda gwama mafuta ngoli like maybe on an unknown road. But here's the thing. One of the reasons why I think you should, women, Bambi, let's stop. One of the reasons why I think you shouldn't ask for money on a date or even expect money is that it lowers your value down to money, to finances. And it means that relationship kati efuse transaction. Chovala bad black yagambe ekintu ekyo mbu. Omukyala bwe mugenda ku date no muwa sente. Yeah, kati abate tademo group yabachi like I don't want to use the word because for some people they will feel offended, but she said that makes you sort of like a prostitute. But the reality is that if you go on a date and then you from the get-go you expect money to be given to you, you've made the relationship transactional. And if a man also comes to the date ngamayinti ngenda mtwala out, I'm going to buy her strings, food, at the end of the night I expect her to come back to my house with me, and the relationship is transactional. In such cases, let's not waste each other's time. Let us sit and agree to our ntibanange zino sente zowetaga.
This is the match you need.
Let us not peddle around what both of us want at the same time. If you want a relationship, then make it clear, because the one is until once you lower your value down to money, that is how you'll be treated. That's the trend you set for the rest of the relationship. Tiwatompadde sente sirabika. Boba tompadde kino sigenda kufaako nange. Do you understand? So if what you want is strictly money, make it clear. Let's not waste each other's time. Make it clear to the man that
I want money. In exchange I give you. So what I pick from this, you're not in support of girls going on dates expecting money.
No.
However, you want the money to be there, not in its raw form.
Yes, because here's the thing. Let's be realistic. Life in general is hard for everyone. Money makes our lives easier. Yeah. And as some of my friends often say that money gives you options, simplifies your life and gives you options to pick certain things. Which is a lot of saja so no because I na sente. Now for women who don't have money, your option is only to one person who can give you sometimes money, or to the many that will offer you money. So all your relationships eventually are transactional. But why I say that you should still invest in your person financially is because finances will just make their life easier in many ways. It could be because of their work, it could be because of their family. To garment you're dating somebody nga yayamba ewawe, like in terms of money yaba ku sente yabalabirira then no mdate kata no mwagala tinagamba mnange nze wange I'm the one who takes care of my family. But whenever I'm not no baby, this month sente za one bado gendo bawa kanzikuwe. The other one, use it for your self-care, or like do something nice for yourself.
Chimwango is a yena abera more comfortable.
Yes, so that's how money should be used in relationship. And make sure this is for men. I know this is a very, very controversial thing for most men, but women need to invest in you as well. it needs to be a partnership. Nti omukazi alina okuwulirako kino nevaamu nagamba nti honey, let me do this for you, let me buy this for you, what do you need? Of course, most of us date people whose financial issues we may not be able to easily solve. Intention to over maybe the kind of financial problems he has are big that you may not be able to help. But it doesn't. Okay, you've had a stressful day. I've paid for you the spa. A spa treat. Please go and get something done. Like just relax and unwind from there.
So omukazi Faiza kyagezako tugamba olunaku olwaleero that even women should invest in women. I mean in men.
Yes.
Sikubeera awo nga ofuna bufunyi tokomyawo muzigo.
Of course, you hear women saying, well, I mean, what I bring to the table is this or this and that. But if you want a relationship, if you want to walk into a relationship where you have freedom of choice, where you can do as you please, you know, you meet your partner's expectations, then you retain your will, your choices. Please make it a partnership where you also contribute something.
So that omusajja wayagala okujogera naye alaba naawe olina kyoleeta.
And if anything, like I said, no musajja alaba nti omwagala nti banange, you don't just want him for one thing or that he can provide.
Yeah.
I know there are a lot of traditional women. I'm not a traditional woman. There are a lot of traditional women that believe they need to be taken care of, or they're supposed to be taken care of as described by tradition or religion, which is okay. It is fine. But there's nothing more disheartening than seeing couples where the woman also works, makes a considerable amount of money. Nene bawe baba mubuza nti mukazi wakola sente meka tamanyi. Sente zigenda wa? Yamanyi muna yazikozesa. Ngosasulako nsasula bills onezo mu nyumba. Like, are you serious? Let's be honest. Because when you decide that this is the person that you're going to date, or maybe like this is the person you love, but then your love should also speak to money. Like your money should be able to say that I care about you, kukundi. You know, like I've been shopping, I've seen something that I think looks good on you and something that you love, you buy. You go, you find out that there's perfumes of like 700,000, 1 million. You're like, let me buy this for my babe. He will love it. Like you hear him talking about something, like he's maybe looking at some hair cream or like anything that you start going like, let me shop it for him.
Let me surprise him.
You know what he does is that it shows the person that you care about them, you care about their well-being. Many women, by the way, don't know this, but that thing does magic into omuntu. Because many men want women to look at them and look at them as human beings and not look at you as just purely someone to provide for me. And it's so sad that many men settle for this, because I hear this all the time. That's the relationship. But people want to be looked at as human beings. Women want you to look at them as human beings. Women want you to see them beyond sex, beyond objects of just like, they want you to look at them as human beings. When women say we want to be respected, she wants you to look at her, and on the first date you're not just saying tibana ngono
nenchambulira wanechechana kirabika okuba kirina ekifuba bekiti.
She doesn't want you to look at her like that. She wants you to treat her as a human being. Have some consideration.
But the challenge, but of course the challenge now is these days when and most guys are complaining, when you're nice to a woman they think or fella. Like Faiza, someone meets you and it's like, let me take this babe on dates. We go, like I try to know her, create some memories. By the time I get to a point that now I want some, she already it's you who wants. Awobera fala. Ntomuwala wamugyeyo ku university n'omuleeta n'omutwala n'alya n'anywa ku serena n'omuwaayo 5 n'addayo musajja. Actually there's one of those girls, my friends, yangamba kasuku omusajja wo bayafa. We've been together like 4 months. The guy does everything and he drops me. Then I was like, but have you given him any signal? You know, because yes, there are men who are shy. And you're seated in his Land Rover. He's driving you. Have you tried touching his thigh? Have you tried kissing him? Oba nawo tulabutuzi boti ngachi dummy. Oh, chitegera chegaba. Ache chicho adogama, that is two-way. So the guy, this chick was saying, guy fala bichi. Now he makes a mistake. Ate abinyumia. Mu group je twalimu. Now one of these girls in the group tells me, Kasuku, can you introduce me to this guy? So I'm like, okay, no problem, meet the guy. You know what this chick did? First date, second date, third date. On the fourth date, Mumotoka started touching the guy, exploring the feelings, what they were kissing. Then this chick didn't tebamudira. And we eventually, when I get a guy, he was shy, like to start things. Oboshtegera. Na ekati oli yomwala yalowooza omusajja fala. And the guy was being courteous and humble. Oboshtegera kyegamba.
No, of course, plainly, let's be honest, plainly speaking, sexual attraction, sex in itself is an important aspect of a relationship, especially for men. Whether they say it or they don't say it, they expect it at some point of the relationship. Of course, when they expect it, that might be defined by who they are, how they feel about you, or maybe even traditional or religious views or what. But trust me, they expect it. Now, if you think they don't, you're being naive. But they do. But yes, there are men who are very courteous to allow you to, when you're ready. They don't impose it on you. Yes, there are men who are courteous enough to allow you to, get comfortable with them, start liking them, be attracted to them, then be ready. And those are what many people call, guy is too nice or what. But let me tell you guys, I would rather date a nice guy because I've dated bad guys as well, and I know, like, when you meet someone who's really nice, you'll appreciate them. There are two things that happen to most of us. One, we come from traumatized families where we're not loved properly. So when we receive love from outside there, or like when you meet someone who treats you right, you don't know how to react. This one. Many of us come from backgrounds where we've not been loved properly, so we don't know how to receive proper love. And second, on top of that, like when somebody like meets you, Nathan Koku datinga, they are being nice to you, you start suspecting them all the time. You don't know what to make of their actions, so you start detaching from them. Because I've seen my friends sembo when their intention about the relationship, then when you guys when they meet a bad guy who just keeps them on and off, they stay hooked to that sort of thing. Okay, so sometimes when you traumatize, wetaga therapy gende tuleba kuyambe ntibanange. Some people genuinely like you, and because we come from places where we have not been loved so much, there are men that you even meeting that they just want to be your friend, or like they're being nice to you, and then for you think they like you. As a guy, you're just being nice to this lady. You don't really like her like that, or maybe you even have somebody you like that.
Yeah, shooting.
But because you're being nice, she automatically thinks you like her, or you expect her to give you sex or something like that. Be happening on you. So some of you are just traumatized, you need help. But two, when you date bad guys, you guys, the day you meet somebody who's nice, someone who's patient with you, you appreciate them. You learn a lot of things and allow yourself to unlearn bad things. Me, when I met Council, the guys that I dated in La Paz, of course, are the guys who make it clear that at some point or sooner than later, I want this.
Hey.
Yeah.
So you meet a guy and he tells you.
Yeah, no, like even if he doesn't say, the way he touches you, and you get an way, or the way he talks to you, sooner than later you can tell that
this guy wants.
But then you meet somebody who doesn't even initiate, like doesn't touch you unless you're comfortable being touched, doesn't flirt with you like in a provocative, like sexualizing the entire conversation, unless if you're comfortable with it. So there are men out there who are very nice. Unfortunately, there are only a few, maybe. But they're there. Most of them are very intentional about relationships. Most of them don't want to just be provocative. They're a bit careful in how they handle themselves. And they're nice. They're nice people to women. Nice, yeah. You just have to meet them and accept and allow.
So, no mwala we kampale naku zino.
Rwakanda murakwate musala there are women who have this thing whereby you get into a relationship with a really nice person, then you have this cutting of like, there might be someone better out there, so you keep this one banenga toli sure so when you go meeting, like you keep meeting other people until you never know, I could find better a better person. And that's because many of us now want money. So you keep looking for somebody who has money, who has status. You keep looking for more. Yeah.
Well, that's Faiza Fabz for you. She works with me here at KFM.
Yeah.
The Mighty Breakfast every Monday morning. You can tune in. She works 6 to 10 a.m. Monday to Friday. But then around 9:30, I join them on KFM every Monday. She's given me a new perspective of things. That yes, money is important in a relationship, but money should be used to create memories. Money should be used to
facilitate
experiences. And not just in twagenza okulya ne tumala okulya nonyigayo ekyabiri.
Hey, stop looking at people in that very in as if like maybe nebagamba bubuli pizo njirabamu cementi bichi abantu muleke, but just look at somebody as a human being and get to know the human being, what they like, what they don't like, and if there's a way money can help you make like create some memories with them. Chipole
ochivugirao.
Hey.
So people who want money a lot, Faiza Fabz. I don't know, Faiza, do you have like a younger sister?
Yeah.
people could be wanting to know.
I do, but she's in high school.
She's in high school.
Yeah, she's in high school. She's too young.
Like senior what?
She's in senior 6 now.
Oh, senior 6 is not too young. She's 1 year away from being 18.
Yeah,
she could actually be 18 now.
Yeah, but she's a bit young now.
She's a baby.
I want to never dating in high school.
But do you know the mileage now those high school kids are moving? Did you see that teacher with that kid? Where did they get to a point where they talk? Hey, abantu bakyagala obimanya ebyo. A kid is a kid, of course, anyone below 18.
Even if you date them, na kid isn't ngali consenting. Although that's debatable because kids below 18 can't consent.
Yeah, they can't.
Well, if you sleep with them and you in court, it's statutory rape.
Yeah.
Where you have sex with a minor.
Yeah.
Even though they are consenting, they've said yes, they're okay with the relationship, but it is still not like under the law. You can still be in prison.
Yeah, of course. But then, man, what's going on in high school? Kids are doing things in high school there. You get this side and nze nali mu high school nga ndaba abaana entwala gye babatwalamu. Ate nze essomero naliko lyali day and boarding. Kati ng'oluusi oli afulumira mu badde. Oba otudde ejjukira nze at the first part of A-level I was in day, then the second part nembeera mu boarding. Obeera otambula eyo n'omugwako. N'ogamba omwana ono naye ng'ali ku zi heavy duty yeetisse. The things going on in high school.
Things.
That's why I think you need to, or a message yotambuza about what money should do. You need to, jitambuza masomero abana bagenda okuva mu masomero nga bamanyi, because you know that now the biggest challenge we have, and I was telling Brian the other time when we were shooting, that now people are rushing into getting pregnant, having kids, because omwana agenda okuva mu high school kati olaba babeera balya ku canteen n'afuna boyfriend we eno kaŋŋambe Kasuku nga Kasuku asobola omuweereza emitwalo ebiri buli lunaku okitegeera, so she can literally eat like things of 10k at the canteen. Now when
10k
ate oza 10k ziriko mmeka baalyako obumonde bwa 13 obumonde bwa 2 ne chapati ne china ekyokunywa size 14 najja ne kulanchi nalya n'ekyeggula atakawunga abaakaagazaaki ogwo mutwalo guba teguweddewo ne ku Tuesday n'akola kyekimu n'omuweereza 5 obavuka ennaku zo tebalina buzibu kuweereza 5 kati omuwala bamulinda wali nga talabika ku kitchen nga talya mu ffumbiro lya ssomero. Kati problem wherever when she leaves school she joins campus and things become a little bit real. Now she needs to upgrade from Kasuku to a guy who now has a car. Kubanga wanojjukira ono ebiseera ebisinga akabeera kano ka boyfriend akabaddinako wano ngako kamala senior 6 yali mu senior 4 senior 5 kati wanalina oku upgrading afune ku bana abanene. Jjukira waliwo ne pressure. I want a TV in my room. I want this. Now moving at that state. Kati wano we bamalira campus wane ensobe ezisinga weziva. She wants to maintain this. Now she's coming to the real world. bebo bawulira abaagala at 200k on a date, and you find a grown woman, she's working her own money, but she still believes when you go on a date that money has to come because she's used to being bought off.
And also you men condition women muba conditioning amwe ebintu ebyokuba nti are expecting a send because omuntu kasita meeting anomanyiza ekintu manya that's the trend they're going to expect. Chobela bagamba mu introduce by na you can introduce a vibe you can maintain. Omukazi botani komwerawo sene wakamulaba, that's what you will expect.
Yeah, but then you see where the men are complaining now is when this vibe is introduced, you don't match the vibe. Kadinga wali ogambye Faiza, this guy gives even glowing fees. And then nakuga kati Faiza anzijamu, you run away. Because ideally when you begin dealing with a woman, it is about the money. Then that means I give you give me.
And that's the thing. So don't. So that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. You should stop doing. You need to not lower your not tie the entire relationship about from in a punk type of thing. Bompa center. Because I mean, it's an because again okwezili yao.
Esala bwanga kwa men give money. Like guys who give 2M, 1M. Era baba bola abamu abogera mbo 50k. Tebana meeting a real men. You see these things like omwala jana gambo, I put on a dress of 300k. Guy omugamba na ganti no problem.
Wala wanze kukwe muchanga mbao I'm here to meet somebody akwa senteze na treating us still as a human being not afayo nyonti zo sentence kuwadde nenti nabanga asigala nti nga akulaba ngo omuntu nga takuyisa bubi pose abantu abasinga kasita kwa senteze.
You have to reciprocate.
Afuga ekirala aleta amateeka.
Yeah, but that's what the money is supposed to do.
That's why money for me really impresses me. Because honestly, when I send a vulgar type of money. Because 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, that's money I have. 5
million Ozina.
Yes, that's money I have. I can make that from a gig. So that it has to be money that I think is crazy enough
to get you mad.
You know the kind of money that can even change your family in one way. Embeda nechuka no chuka. Nenti zineza bulijjo. Togenda kumpa mateka ku million, mu million, 2 million, 3.
Ozina.
Zonzina.
But then most importantly, Faiza says, abakazi nabo bayigo tuteeka mu ssente.
Yeah. Omusajja mwagale.
So that it is two way.
Abakazi mukole.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for hosting me.
Council Munda, Council, you really got something on your hands. And I hope you handle Faiza well because, well, not so many, if we are to go by what she's saying, there is not so many women still like this. Abakazi baba menyeze mitima baba koze ebintu bakalubye.
No, katolaba, there are women like me. But batya nnyo. Because batugamba, kaneze kangambe chebangamba zengaze. Bangamba nti omusajja batakuwa sente like the way men give out money babatakwagala kati bogera mu relationship I don't know manga you've not fronted money neta kwa de sente atenga bami na he's looking for a genuine connection then eno mikwano je babagamba uyo takwagala so simanya babituufa abasajja bote batugamba fa abawala mbu babatakwade ku sente ze takwagala
ne committee yo mu byogerako ebyo mu committee yo nemukola assessment nti omusajja atazze na ssente.
No, we all share similar thoughts. The only thing is that we agree on, again, is what I said, that your money should be able to facilitate good memories for you and your person. It should make your person's life easier in one way or another. Just that the committee and I also share a similar worry. Into faith. Tetusaba sente because we are worried nti omuntu bomusaba sente ngatandika leta akufugirako ezo sente so tetuzisaba mikwano jange me and my friends we don't ask for money because we don't want that sort of we don't want it to become to be held like some sort of thing that bama kwa de sente zange oyinokola chino
nti you're seated with your friends at night in a bar then a guy says I want you here now so because he's giving you his money you leave your friends
Njakalo de wakasa wazino. Njakalo ko dero gena sula wange. Si jasobola.
olw'okuba ompa ssente zo so kati gwe z'oyagala ze zino tugende tutule wali ku speak we nabasanga tulye tunywe tunyumirwe.
Let's have a good time, hang out. Bichi, mane, your relationship can't be surface level all the time. Gabane biri ku sente no
kwegatta.
Yes, you can't have surface level relationships all the time.
That's a nice one. Hey, anyway, Kali. Thanks for coming, Faiza. I hope we shall be having more of such conversations. This is very good content, especially for people out there, because now you give different perspectives.
Yeah.
I think there are women who want to say what you're saying, who are saying that we can have the money, but we don't want it in the form of 50k transport. We want it in form of let us go to Mwea Safari Lodge, have a good time, come back.
Even if no more certain kalunenga which is genda muyamba in one way, it's the intention behind the money that matters. That's what women want.
Well, the comment section is open. You can just throw in your comments and how you see things. Until next time, mubeere bulungi. Bye.